Also back there is Ellery Stewart to the near side. And to the far side appears to be Brad Pinnell. So here we go. Game, conference, whatever you want to talk about. Homecoming is on the line right now as Nathan Lynn approaches the tee, and there's a kickoff, and this game is underway. It's picked up at the 28-yard line. Across the 30 and dropped down at the 35-yard line is Andy Rockwell. And that's where the Rock Island Rocks will set up shop on their first drive of the night. 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. I think it's going to be one of these situations here. We know both teams can run the football, but Rock Island, as we talked about many times during the season, they do have themselves a passing attack, and it's going to be interesting to see how soon they go to that. Under center is the quarterback, Bryce Pilar. Wishbone formation ends in tight on 1st and 10. Handoff to the first man through, and that would be the fullback. And on that carry was Ed Saldana, and he picks up 3 yards to the 38-yard line.
I think one of the main points about this ball game, Mike, is going to be who controls the ball the longest, who has possession the longest at the end of the game. I don't expect this game to be a very high-scoring game. It probably will be more along the lines of a defensive struggle. Let's hope.
Receivers right and left, wing T formation on 2nd and 7 from their own 38-yard line. The Rock Island Rocks have it. Handoff to the first man through across the 40 to the 42-yard line. On that carry is the second man. That's Steve Burnett, the sophomore, 5'10", 190. He picks up 5 yards to the 43-yard line. It now sets up the Rock Island Rocks with 3rd down and 2. Both these teams have outscored their opponents in the first quarter of play this season in conference action by the score of 14-7. Wing T formation on 3rd and about 2. Handoff, second man through, and fighting for the first down is Steve Burnett. Burnett may be about a half yard shy of the first down, depends where they spot that football.
Yes.
He's going to be about a half yard shy. Well, that's a, 4th down.
Yes.
They've called it 4th down, a half yard short.
They're going to measure it. Yeah, he does. He's about a foot short. Looked like he came very close to making it, but the first big play of the ball game goes to Moline's defense, stopping Rock Island on a 3rd down and 2.
The quarterback, Bryce Pilar, handles the punting duties for the Rock Island Rocks. Back to receive to the near side is Nathan Lynn. To the far side, Patrick Wren.
Okay.
As we have 10:05 left to go first quarter. There's the snap to Pilar. There's the kick. A nice punt is picked up by Lynn at the 19-yard line. As he gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line, making the tackle for the Rock Island Rocks was Chad Kennelly, as now Pete. Let's see what the Moline Maroons can do here offensively as we have 9:53 to go in the first quarter in this scoreless game.
1st and 10 for Moline. Ball spotted at their own 26-yard line. Jay Molina, the quarterback, brings them out of the huddle. They'll start off in the wishbone formation, 2 tight end set. They'll switch to the ace formation. That's the double wing set formation. Brad Hines, the lone fullback. Molina back to pass. He's got Rice open in the flat. Almost intercepted nicely on the play by Rock Island defensive back number 20. That's Chad Tatey. Tatey does an excellent job on Rice and deflects the ball away very nicely. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Maroons. 2nd down and 10 for the Maroons. Ball spotted at their own 26-yard line. Ace formation once again. 2 tight ends, 1 fullback, 2 wingbacks. Steve Roberts in motion. He'll get the pitch. Molina with the lead blocker. Roberts gets a few yards outside of the left end, and he'll pick up a gain of about 5 or 6 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down, and we'll call it 5 for the Maroons.
Okay.
First drive of the game for Moline. Rock Island took the kickoff and was 3 and out. Couldn't quite convert a 3rd down and 2. And here's the game's second 3rd down play. And Moline comes out. They'll stay in the wishbone formation. 2 tight ends. 3rd down and 5. As Molina will hand it off to Bob Stroop. And Bobby is going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss of about a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down for Moline. as number 82, Dan Burris, will be on to punt. Back deep for Rock Island. Number 82 looks like Justin Gibbs. He's the conference's leading wide receiver.
So, I mean, like, if we wanted to go spread and run 34.
And I believe number 42, Ellery Stewart, talented running back for the Maroons. There's the snap. Burris's kick is a wobbler kick as Gibbs grabs it. And he's going to dance right in the arms of Dustin Woods, Maroon starting defensive end. Nice special teams play. So far, both teams just feeling each other out as both Rock Island and Moline go 3 and out on their first series. As we said earlier in the ball game, this game is going to come down. It's going to be a defensive struggle, Mike.
8:24 left to go here in the first quarter of play. Rock Island has the football as Bryce Pilar is under center. Wishbone, or the wing T formation. Pilar looks to throw, far side, pass is caught across the 45-yard line to the 47 is Gibbs on the reception as they mark it down to the 46-yard line, and that is a pickup of 8 yards on the play. Sets up 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, Gibbs is the conference's leading receiver right now. He's an awful good wide receiver, and Moline is going to have to watch him. Last couple of years, Moline has been burned because Rock Island's receivers are just simply taller than Moline's defensive backs.
2nd and 2 from the 46-yard line. Handoff, first man through. That is the fullback, Ed Sedana. Sedana looks like he picks up the Rock on the Rocks, the initial first down for either team in this game.
Yes.
And they're going to measure, I think.
They moved it back there.
They're going to call for a measurement here. And for those of you listening along the radio line, thanks for sticking with us tonight. We had some unforeseen circumstances take place, technical-wise, and we're glad to be back on the air. We truly appreciate the fine efforts of our engineering staff and also the engineering staff from the other parties involved. So again, thanks very much. And looks like Sedana is going to be about a half-yard shy on the first down. And again, we're just underway. 7:42 left to go in the football in the first quarter, rather, as we got off to a late start. It's homecoming night here at Moline, and they give Sedana a credit for a gain of a yard. Now we're looking at 3rd down and 1. Wing T formation, handoff, and that is to the first man through. And getting the first down is the fullback Sedana across the 45-yard line into Moline territory to the 42.
Yeah, Sedana, he's a good-looking running back at fullback. He's just a junior, 6 foot, 215 pounds, so he's going to be quite a load as the season as the game wears on. He's going to be quite a load to bring down, but also looking ahead to next year, he's going to be a good one.
1st and 10 for the Rocks at the Moline 42-yard line. Handoff, second man through, and that is the wing back. On that carry is Brad Pinnell, their leading rusher on the season. His first carry of the game inside the 40 to the 37-yard line as he picks up 5 yards, sets up 2nd down and 5. Along with Pete Ivanek, I'm Mike Coquit. You're tuned into Moline Maroon High School football on AM 1230 WLLR and also TCI Cable Channel 38. From the 37-yard line on 2nd down and 5. Double wing, single setback. Handoff to the first man through, and that is the fullback. He gets inside the 35-yard line, inside the 30, and on that carry once again is the fullback, Ed Sedana.
Yeah, if Rock Island's going to be running that fullback like that all night long, then Moline is in some deep trouble tonight. If they're not going to stop that fullback, boy, that's just not good.
And what you got to watch out for now is being suckered in for the run and being hit with the pass, because Rock Island does have a passing attack. On 1st and 10 from the Moline 30-yard line, handoff, second man through, and that is Steve Burnett on the carry, and he gets inside the 30 and picks up about 2 or 3 yards on the play. It's going to set up 2nd down and about 7.
Old-fashioned belly series there by Rock Island, putting the ball in the belly of the fullback, taking it out, and then putting the ball in the belly of the halfback that was lined up in the wing position. Bob Reed, this is Bob Reed offense in Augustana days. So
Vic Bobla did play for Bob Reed back at Genesee on the late 1960s. 2nd and 7 from the 27-yard line of Moline. Look to the near side is Rockwell. Handoff to the fullback, and that is Sedana. Sedana tries to go off right guard, gets close to the 25-yard line, going to pick up 2 yards. It's going to set up now 3rd down and 5, and very obviously Rock Island would be in 4-down territory in this situation.
Yeah, they do have a pretty good place kicker. He is a lineman. He's Justin Peterson. He's got a really strong leg, but I'm not sure if they're going to be thinking about a field goal here.
From the 25-yard line, 3rd and 5, as this crowd comes to life. Bryce Pillar barking out the signal. He's audibling at the line.
Yeah.
Changing the play. As Moline stacks their defensive line, Pillar looks to throw. He does. Pass is incomplete. The pass intended for Justin Gibbs at about the 18-yard line. Sets up now 4th down and 5.
And that was the slant play that Galesburg had all kinds of success running against Moline last week, and last week's thriller out at Galesburg. Definitely the Maroons probably did their homework this week and knew that Rock Island was going to throw that slant pattern a couple times tonight, and that's the first one. They're going to go for it here, Mike.
4th and 5 from the 25-yard line as the Rock Island Rocks go for it. Pillar rolls near side to throw under some pressure. He eludes the pressure, looking to throw again under some more pressure. He's going to take it himself. He's going to pick up the 1st down across the 20-yard line as the quarterback Pillar gets a couple of extra chances from being eluded from the sack. We've talked about that many times, especially against the United Township Panthers, how close Moline's defenders were to getting Cercione. This time, Pillar picks up Rock Island a 1st down.
Yeah, definitely. We just can't make silly mistakes like that. Moline can't make silly mistakes like that. Letting Pillar run like that. He's a pretty good runner. He's heady. He's got a lot of experience back there, quarterback, and he can beat a team by himself, just like Jay Molina could.
4:47 left to go, 1st quarter of play. Scoreless game. Rock Island driving. 1st and 10 at the Moline 15. Pillar, the keeper, as he is dropped down for maybe a gain of a yard. Wayne DeSmet on the tackle for the Moline Maroons. A gain of a yard, 2nd down coming up. Well, they're going to call it no gain on the play for the quarterback Pillar. So now it's 2nd down and 10 from the 15-yard line. This time Rock Island taking a little bit of time in the huddle, as now they are set. I formation, wing to the far side. In motion from the wing. Position is Gerard, and Pillar looked to hand off to his fullback, Brad Pennell, his tailback rather, but Pillar ends up eating the football back outside the 15 to the 18, loss of 3.
Yeah, that was a broken play, Mike. I'm not sure whose fault it was. Pillar turned around and had the ball, was looking to slowly hand it off, and Pannell just hit him right square in the numbers, and both guys went falling. So
3rd and 13 for the Rocks at the Moline 18-yard line. Receiver split to the far side is Gibbs. I formation, wing to the far side, Gerard. Pitch back to Pennell. Pennell, halfback option throw. There it is. It's going to be intercepted. Yes! Intercepted in the end zone by the Moline Maroons, and making the interception was Patrick Wren.
Kind of a predictable play by Rock Island. You could see the fullback who had the ball the whole way, and he was going to throw the ball. He didn't bother to tuck it away at all, and Gibbs was the only receiver out there, and Moline had him double covered, and the ball was underthrown by about 7 or 8 yards. An easy pickoff for Patrick Wren as Moline takes over with 3:28 to play in the 1st quarter. No score tonight at a jam-packed Browning Field. Molina under center. Wishbone set for the Maroons. Give goes to the second back through. That's Steve Roberts. He's got a nice gain off of big Jim Wentz, left tackle, and he is close to the 1st down marker. The ball will be spotted just inside of the Moline 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and less than a yard. He was real close for a 1st down on that play.
Going back to the interception for Patrick Wren. He leads the team in interceptions now with 5, Pete Ivanek.
Fullback here.
2nd down and inches for Moline. They'll stay in the wishbone set. Molina under center. And he'll hand the ball off to Jay McAdams Thornton. McAdams Thornton is stood up in the backfield. Probably did not make the 1st down.
I would not think so. Not especially if you're looking to go for the 1st down on a 2nd effort.
Yeah.
No gain.
And that is the first time we see Rock Island's defense really step up. That's how quick they can be. They are incredibly a quick defensive team, as the officials call a timeout here. They're talking something over.
Well, they're going to measure. They're going to measure. They're bringing in the change from the far side. Rock Island this season, in conference play, they give up about 4.3 yards per carry on the ground. Now, that actually make that 4.7.
Oh, he's close. Very close.
First down. They give it to him.
Oh, we're lucky they measured. Moline is definitely lucky.
Good spot on that, I think, because I did not think I'll be honest, I didn't think he had the first down at all on that play.
As we see, one of the referees is a referee from the game 2 years ago, the inadvertent whistle referee that is out there.
Great memory.
Yeah, Scott Rice split to the near side. Roberts in motion off the A set. They're going to give it to the fullback, Brad Hines. He gets nothing. Barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Moline's offensive line is definitely going to have to step it up in this football game if they're going to have any success whatsoever.
The Moline Maroons this season as a team averaged just 4.2 yards per carry on the ground. Brad Hines in conference play averages just 3.1 yards per carry. Has 2 minutes to go here in the scoreless first quarter.
Second down and we'll call it 8 for Moline. Wishbone set, double tight end, Molina under center. This time he'll hand the ball off to Roberts. Roberts has a few yards up the middle, and he'll take it up to about the 35-yard line, where he is brought down by Rock Island's linebackers.
And some of their leading defenders for the Rock Island Rocks include Casey Wallace, Chad Friel, Hedrick Fleming, and Doug Boblet. As right now, 3rd and 5 for the Moline Maroons. It's going to be an interesting third down play here for Moline.
Scott Rice and Nathan Lynn split to the near side of the field. Bobby Stroop, the wingman, to the near side of the field. Brad Hines, the lone running back at fullback. Molina under center. As Molina is back to pass, he's got Scott Rice wide open on the play. Rice moves the ball up across the 50-yard line and is tackled and taken down by number 9, Brian Tyson, at about the Rock Island 45-yard line. So a perfect strike, Molina to Scott Rice for a gain of about 20 yards.
This is exactly what it is, Pete.
A gain of about 20 yards.
And a first down.
Molina's first pass of the night.
First completion, yeah.
First completion of the night. It'll be 1st and 10, Moline. Ball spotted in the middle of the field at the Rock Island 45-yard line. Same formation for Moline. As Molina will hand the ball off to Brad Hines once again, and Hines is met directly at the line of scrimmage. As once again, the Rock Island Rock defensive line just too quick for Moline's offensive line.
We talked about it several weeks now, that if you get Brad Hines running east to west, that's what you want to do, and that's what Rock Island's been able to do here tonight, as now we're approaching the last play here of the first quarter, and a scoreless game at that, Pete.
Second down, same formation, switch to the other side of the field. Molina under center, second down and long. Looks like he's going to call an audible on the play. As he does, he's under center. There's the snap. He drops back to pass. Molina under pressure. He's going to run for it, and he picks up a nice gain of about 7 yards. That'll leave Moline with a 3rd down and 3 or 4. Ball spotted at the Rock Island 37-yard line.
And that's going to be the end of our first quarter of play. When we come back, Moline will have it 3rd down and about 3. It's Moline 0, Rock Island 0. Pick up the commercial break, Jeremy, beginning with our end of the first quarter break. And from Browning Field, this is Moline football.
Interesting call coming from Dan McGuire, who is on the sidelines tonight for the first time since last season, since the playoff game last year. Dan has spent the first 7 games in the booth with his assistant coaches on the sideline for tonight's game. 3rd down and 4. Ace formation for the Maroons. Molina under center. Roberts in motion. He'll get the quick pitch, and he will pick up a gain of about 2 or 3 yards on the play. He will come up shy of the first down marker, which will leave with McGuire.
Now
an interesting decision, and I think he's going to go for it.
Player down.
As a Rock Island player is slow to get up, looks like he's going to be okay. I believe that is number 11. Adam Bain, a senior 6'2", 200-pound linebacker. and he's walking off the field slowly. I think it might be something wrong with the shoulder. Doesn't look to be anything wrong with the leg, but expect to see some people walking off like that tonight. This is going to be one hard-hitting football game. And I would be surprised if both teams
running back. He's a running back.
They're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it. We've got 4th down and 4 for Moline. Jay McAdams Thornton, Brad Hines.
Double go here, maybe.
And Nathan Lynn in, and Molina under center, and they're going to pull.
There's a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. What happened was Molina left the center, faking like he was running out of bounds, and the referees threw a flag.
Would that be a illegal motion, maybe?
And the call will go against Rock Island. And I think Molina faked somebody out on the Rock Island defensive line. And that'll give Moline an automatic first down.
That's what I was kind of expecting there. I didn't know if they was going to go with a double go or try to draw Rock Island off sides. I really thought it was kind of risky to be going for it there. It was actually about 3rd and 4 on that situation.
So the first goofy play of the night goes to Moline and Dan McGuire as they get the first down on the penalty by Rock Island. Ace formation, 1st down and 10. Ball spotted at the Rock Island 34-yard line. This time Molina will fake it. He will have a naked bootleg. Nobody quite open. Molina's going to have to run it himself as he heads for the sidelines. Cuts it up the middle. Gets a nice gain up to close to the 20-yard line as Jay Molina tucks it himself and takes it upfield.
And moves the chains.
And that'll be good for another Moline first down.
And something we haven't talked about in the last couple of weeks as far as Jay Molina is concerned, we used to talk about how he makes something out of nothing. That's what he's doing here tonight.
Good point, Mike. 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Rock Island 21-yard line. Molina under center, full house, full wishbone backfield. The handoff goes to Steve Roberts. Roberts met hard with a great play by Rock Island's number 9. That's Brian Tyson, a defensive back, flying in on the play, meeting him in the backfield for a loss of 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11, Rock Island.
It's going to be interesting. We're hoping that Moline puts the ball in the end zone, but if it's 4th down, let's see if Dan McGuire, when it comes that time, if he's going to go for the 3 points, or if the greatest snap in the world either.
No.
Jay had to reach up and bring the football down so it didn't go over his head, and that took a lot of time. And the Rock Island Rocks were able to block it. 8:55 left to go in the first half of this scoreless football game. And it seems like throughout the conference season, both these teams have had a hard time getting their offense going. In the first quarter, the two teams have outscored their opponents 14-7 in first quarters in conference play. On 1st and 10 for the Rocks at their own 5-yard line, their first drive here of the second quarter on the first carry of Sedana, and Sedana gets about a yard to the 6-yard line, 2nd down and 9.
Number 63 for Rock Island, Chad Kennelly, comes up limping badly on the play. He's going to stay in the ball game, but so far Rock Island has had a couple of guys limping off the limp off the field.
A very humid day today. Is probably starting to cool down a little bit, so you're getting a little bit of I don't know about so much cramping, but 2nd and 9 from the 6-yard line. Pilar looks to throw.
He's going deep.
And he's going for his favorite receiver, Justin Gibbs, and he overshoots him. And that's the key to beating Rock Island. You got to, if they're going to throw, you got to make sure those passes fall incomplete, as Rock Island averages about 21 yards per pass play.
Gibbs was lined up, I believe, in the tight end position and was running straight up the field on a pop pass, and Pilar just overshot him by about 5 yards, but he's a quick receiver, and he looked like Nathan Lynn and Patrick Wren were back covering him.
This would be a nice stop for Moline to make. It's 3rd down and 9 for Rock Island at their own 6-yard line. Handoff, second man through, Burnett. Burnett tries to go off left tackle. He's not going to get the first down. He may get beyond the 10-yard line, and that's not going to be good enough, as they're going to have to punt under almost the shadow of their own goalpost.
Yeah,
Rock Island's now going to be set up with 4th down.
Sure, Rock Island decided they knew they were going to have to throw the ball after the first down play, and they decided to do it on 2nd down, and there wasn't much they wanted to do on the 3rd down. not taking any chances, but Moline should get the ball in pretty good field position. Nathan Lynn and Patrick Wren back deep for the Moline. High snap, but Pilar snares it, and it's not a very good kick. They'll let it roll as Nathan will grab it, and he will make it through the first wave of tacklers, but not through the second, as Moline will get the ball in Rock Island territory at the Rock Island 47-yard line.
7:28 left to go in the first half of play. Moline has great field position. That could be the difference in this football game, is field position. If you recall last year, Moline never had good field position to work with. After Rock Island would score, they'd be starting at their own 20-yard line because J.J. Tubbs would always kick it into the end zone. Here's great field position for Moline at the Rock Island 45-yard line. That was a kind of a questionable decision for Nathan Lynn to make on that play.
Yeah, and he took a good shot to his hip, and he is on the bench with the trainer looking at him right now. 1st and 10 for Molina. Wishbone set for the Maroons. And the handoff on the counter will go to Steve Roberts, and Roberts is rustled down on the play by number 49 for Rock Island, Jason Amble. And Roberts picks up a gain of about 4 yards on the play. As we said, Nathan Lynn is sitting on the bench. He appears to be in some pain along his right hip. He took a pretty good shot to his hip, and we'll see his progress.
Could have a hip pointer there.
As 2nd down and 6 for Moline, ace formation. Stroop in motion, and it's an option. Stroop will get the pitch. He's not going to have any running room. He will be tackled for about a 6-yard loss, as Moline going backwards on the 2nd down play.
Almost waited a little too long, Jay Molina did, to pitch that football to Bob Stroop. Might have been better off just taking the football and see if you can get no gain at all. Here on this one, they lost a couple yards, and now sets up 3rd and long.
3rd and long, as this might be, well, this is probably punting territory.
Yeah, I would say so.
Scott Rice, J. McAdams Thornton split out wide for the Maroons. Molina under center. And 3rd and 12, he'll drop back to pass under some pressure. He'll get the pass away, and looks like there was a penalty flag. Two flags on the play. One is back at the Moline line, could be holding, and another one looks like could be pass interference called against Brian Tyson.
It'll be offsetting.
It will be offsetting. We might be playing this down over again as the referees huddle at midfield, and the first signal is pass interference against Rock Island and holding against Moline, offsetting. We're going to replay the down over again.
6:05 left to go, first half. No score. Both these teams like the second quarter. Moline's outscored their opponents in conference play 34-9, and the Rock Island Rocks have outscored their opponents in conference play 38-10. I was going to say, in fact, these two teams are very similar in their first halves. Moline's outscored their opponents in the first half 48-16 in conference play. Rock Island 52-17.
Dan McGuire is on the sideline tonight. However, he is not calling the plays. It looks like Joe Reiser up in the press box for Moline is calling the plays. 3rd down and 12. Scott Rice split out, and J. McAdams Thornton split out to the other side, and Molina drops back. He spots Roberts over the middle, and it's broken up nicely on the play. That was Brian Tyson. Got to Roberts at the same time the ball got to him. Beautiful play of tipping it away, and that'll leave Moline with a 4th and 12 punting situation. Dan Burris on to punt for the Maroons.
Okay, as again, just under 6 minutes left to go in the first half, and Dan Burris back to punt. And back to receive to the near side for Rock Island is Ella Ray Stewart. To the far side appears to be Gibbs, and there's the punt by Burris.
It's a good one.
And Gibbs will let it go, and it rolls into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick 30-second break with 5:50 left to go in the first half of play of the scoreless game from Browning Field. This is Moline football.
One thing I don't like about that, 6-2 now, 6-1, 6-1. Kicking outside, Brad. Oh! Okay, we got 4. We got 4 there.
And back here at Browning Field on 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, handoff to Brad Pinnell. He picks up about 3 yards to the 23, 2nd down and 7 coming up. Along with Pete Ivanek, I'm Mike Koka. Glad you could join us here tonight as it's homecoming here at Browning Field. A huge crowd on hand. We'll get a crowd estimate here at halftime from ticket manager Mike Tresnak and get the figures for you on that. Second down and 6 from the 24-yard line for the Rocks. Pilar, handoff. That's to the first man through. Again, that is Pinnell. Pinnell across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Picks up the Rock on the Rocks, a first down.
The offensive line for Rock Island is having a field day with the defensive line of Moline. Rock Island returned, I believe, all 5 starters on their offensive line, which I thought was going to be the biggest key coming into this conference race. And so far tonight, it has been.
From the 31-yard line for the Rocks in their own territory on 1st and 10. Pilar takes the snap, handoff, second man through. That appears to be Burnett. Burnett goes off left guard, fighting for some yardage, and he is stood up, and making the tackle on the play was Steve McDowell, but not until, actually on that carry was Gerard. Gerard picks up about 3 yards to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, when it's a good sign that Moline can stop the second back through. It's a bad sign if they let the first guy, the fullback, when he has the ball, go through for a big gain. So Moline's going to have to strengthen it up on defense, no doubt about it.
2nd and 7 from their own 34-yard line for the Rocks. Double wing, single back. Handoff to that first back. That's Pinnell between the tackles across the 40-yard line. Picks up the Rock on the Rocks, a first down, very close to the 45-yard line.
Good looking play by Rock Island.
As they continue to move the chains, that's a pickup of 10 yards on that play for Pinnell. He has 27 yards on 4 carries here in the first half. From the 44-yard line of Rock Island, the Rocks do have it 1st and 10. High formation, wing to the near side. Pilar takes the snap, pitches it back to Burnett. Burnett goes off right tackle. He stood up and knocked down, making the tackle, Wayne DeSmet, as there's going to be no gain on that play. And 2nd down and 10 coming up now for the Rocks.
Yeah, good looking play by Wayne DeSmet coming from his tackle position. Sedges off his blocker pretty well, and does a nice job of getting to the ball carrier.
Along with Pete Ivanek, I'm Mike Cookwood. You're listening to Moline Maroon High School football here on AM 1230 WLLR as we come to you live from Browning Field. Moline visits Ottawa next Friday night, and we'll go on the air at around 7:15. Under center is Bryce Pilar, 2nd and 11 for the Rocks from their own 43-yard line. Pilar back to pass, under some pressure, screen pass to Burnett. He fumbles it. Is that a fumble? He did catch. Oh, it's incomplete.
No, yeah.
I thought he had it in his hands for a second or two, but he must have been juggling it, but as the ball does fall incomplete. Yeah. Now going to set up 3rd down and long for the Rocks.
Yeah, that's a big drop, too, because he had a lot of running room over there. Rock Island sent about 4 guys out on the pattern to the near side of the field and brought their main receiver all the way back to the back side of the field for a screen, and he had a couple blockers out there. I believe Chris Powell was out there, and he would have had to try for a stop, but
Dan Burris was applying pressure to the quarterback, Bryce Pilar. Now a 3rd down and 11. Both these teams offensively have been seeing a lot of 3rd and long situations here tonight. Twin receivers far side. Single setback is Pinnell. Timeout called by the Rock Island Rocks, and it comes with 3:07 left to go here in the first half of play. We'll keep it right here. Stay tuned for our Big Red of the Quad Cities halftime show coming up in the Quad Cities. From the 44-yard line on 3rd down and 11. Now we have a stoppage of play. Nope, we're ready to go now. Twin receivers far side. Single setback is Pinnell. Under center the quarterback Bryce Pilar. Pilar rolls far side to throw. Shooting through the gap is Chris Powell. Pilar takes it himself. He's going to be tackled at the 45-yard line. Making the play is Jason Smith for the Moline defense.
Yeah, nice job by Moline stringing Pilar out. There wasn't anybody open that Rock Island had sent out into a pattern. They sent 3 guys out. 1 guy went to the flat. 1 guy ran a flag pattern. And another guy ran a streak right up the sideline. But no one was open, and nice job by Moline, bending, giving up a couple first downs, but not breaking, and that's what they've done all season long. Bend, but don't break.
Pilar back to pass, or back to punt rather. There it is. And to receive is Nathan Lynn at the 20-yard line, and he is driven out of bounds at the 20, about the 22-yard line. Well, my market at the 25, but with 2:23 left to go in this scoreless football game, Moline going to see what they can do if they can drive it 75 yards or at least maybe 60 yards to get Nathan Lynn in field goal territory once again.
Jay Molina on for the Moline Maroons. He's the quarterback.
as
What he's doing, I think he's coming between.
Molina breaks them out of the huddle. 1st and 10 for Moline. Ball spotted at their own 22-yard line. As a spread formation, 2 receivers split to both sides of the field. Lone running back Brad Hines, Molina under center. He'll give it to Hines on a trap play. Hines breaks away from the first tackle and is met by a host of Rock Island Rocks after a gain of about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Moline.
Keep in mind, Moline does have all 3 timeouts remaining as the clock is running, approaching 2 minutes left to go first half.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how urgent we're going to be to get the ball down the field. So far, this game's gone pretty quick, and both teams have been feeling each other out. Not a whole lot happening. So
and plus, Dan McGuire's keeping in mind that he does get the ball first to start the second half of play.
2nd down and 5 for the Maroons. Ace formation, 2 receivers split to both sides of the field as Molina drops back, eludes 1 defender. Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be holding called against Moline or an offsides called.
It was kind of late to be coming in for a offside.
Yeah, but definitely there was movement on the line, but it's going to be a holding call against Moline. That'll push him back 10 yards. It'll be 2nd. If Rock Island accepts the penalty, it'll be 2nd down and 15. If they don't,
they might take the play just to hurry up and get Moline to punt the football because there is still ample time left, 1:35. And Rock Island might get good field position if they can. Well, they're going to take the penalty, though, as they're going to make Moline run at least 2 more plays, or 1 more play, 2 more plays. And they're still moving us from the spot of the foul.
Ooh, yeah, spot of the foul. That big penalty. That'll push the ball.
I guess I would take the yards.
Inside of the 10-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and...
well, they're marking at the 8-yard line. They need to get to the 33, so it's...
2nd down and 25. Wow.
So I guess I would take the yards on the penalty.
Yep. Spread formation again. 2 receivers, 2 wing backs. McAdams Thornton in motion, and Molina will keep the ball himself on a keeper. Turns it up the middle. Picks up a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Rock Island uses their first timeout, their 2nd timeout of the half.
Yeah, they used that 1 timeout on their most recent possession there.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Island and Paul Carther, Moline. Spread formation for Moline, 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 20. And we got some movement at the line of scrimmage, and it looks like one of Rock Island's defensive linemen might have jumped off sides on the play.
Looks like Josh Mader was the guilty culprit. Off encroachment against Rock Island. That's the 2nd time they've been hit with that penalty here tonight. And of course we saw Galesburg get hit with it last week a couple of times. So Moline been very excellent at executing that kind of strategy there.
So that'll move it to a 3rd down and 15 situation for Moline. We'll see what the Maroons have called in the huddle.
1:24 left to go here in the first half.
Two tight ends, double wing formation. That's the ace set, as Molina will keep it himself on the quarterback trap. He'll pick up about 7 or 8 yards on the play.
And now
Rock Island will use its last timeout.
Right, and that does come with
of the half.
1:17 left to go, and keep in mind it's only 3rd down, so Moline will run 1 more play.
We've got 10 guys lined up at the line of scrimmage, with Gibbs the only guy back. Burris has got to get it off in a hurry, and he does, but penalty flag will fly. He was roughed on the play. As Gibbs touches the ball, there's a loose ball, but he recovers it at the 30-yard line.
Automatic first down, though.
That'll be an automatic first down for Moline. Right you are, Mike, no doubt about it. Dan Burris takes one for the team.
Adam Bain laid a lick on Dan Burris on that punt.
Well, Rock Island rolled the dice and tried the block, but just couldn't quite hold up on hitting the punter.
And I think it was frustration there on Adam Bain because the punt had already been off, and then Adam Bain went in and did the extra shove. So now it's going to be let's see, it should be an automatic first down as personal foul, 15-yard penalty.
And that'll give Moline a pretty good field position here. The ball will be spotted at their own 42-yard line with 1:08 to play until half. We have a scoreless game here at a jam-packed Browning Field on a beautiful October night for high school football. One of many great games on tap for this evening. But we think this one might be the best.
Well, of course. Of course, I believe our sister station is covering that Bettendorf Assumption game tonight. And now let's see here what Moline does on 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
As Scott Rice, Jay McAdams Thornton split to the far side of the field. Two running backs in a pro set formation for Molina, who will drop back to pass under heavy pressure. He'll get it away, and it's almost should have been intercepted on the play by Chad Tatey. Molina just about threw it right to Tatey, as the intended pass, I believe, was to Scott Rice. Rice was behind Tatey. Tatey got in front of him, and Molina hit Tatey right in the numbers. I think couldn't quite hold on to it.
I think this is going to be a game where both teams are going to have a tough time running, and a team that can really get it going through the air like Rock Island did a year ago over at Almquist Field is probably going to make the difference in this football game here in the second half tonight.
Both teams have done a good job this year at halftime adjustments, so we'll see what happens at halftime. 2nd and 10 for Moline. Molina back to pass. It's a screen pass to Jay McAdams Thornton. He's got two blockers, picks them up both, and he'll get a first down as he rumbles across the 45-yard line of Rock Island. Great play call by Moline. A screen pass to Jay McAdams Thornton. Scott Wentz, and I believe it was number 52 for Moline, center Tom Bowman, applied two nice-looking blocks on two Rock Island defenders, and that gave McAdams Thornton enough room to pick up a big first down for Moline. The J-to-J connection.
Gain of 15 on that play, and as you talked about, a first down for Moline in Rock Island territory.
1st and 10 for Moline. Ace formation. Molina under center. 53 seconds to play until halftime. Flags on the play.
False start along the offensive line. I think Jim Wentz may have taken off just a little bit too soon.
And it looked like Moline was running a bootleg on the play.
And Adam looked like he was beat, too.
And Moline does have 2 timeouts remaining, 52.3 seconds left to go in the first half of play here on homecoming night. And it's just one of those situations, Pete, that it's too bad this game cannot be on a night of its own.
Yeah. Exactly. Two twin receivers split to the far side of the field. Scott Rice, Jay McAdams Thornton, Steve Roberts in the wing position to the near side of the field. Brad Hines, the lone fullback. Roberts in motion. Molina steps back.
Pass.
It's a pass to McAdams Thornton, who's going to pick up a gain of about, he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And he was juggling with the football there. Very dangerous.
As that was a backward pass, it looked like, as Moline calls a timeout to stop the clock, with 38.4 seconds to play until halftime. 20 for the Maroons. Molina under center. Pro set formation for Moline. As Molina quick drop back, and he is going to be chased and dropped down for a huge loss on the play by number 11, Adam Bain, and the clock will keep running.
And I think that
might be the last play of the half. 22 seconds and counting, and that'll be 3rd down for Moline. And Molina very frustrated. He took a 2-step drop and then scrambled out of the pocket and just kept going backwards, and couldn't make anything happen on the play. So both defenses come up big.
Oh, they did have to call a timeout.
Moline will call a timeout before because of the 30-second clock was ending.
Right.
They were going to get flagged. So McGuire will take a timeout. So we'll see what happens here. Rock Island, a prevent defense with a lot of defensive backs.
And the game cannot, the half cannot end on a defensive penalty.
As Brad Hines will get the call, and he'll move up across the 50-yard line. That'll look good for the stats as his feet keep going, but number 9 on the play for Rock Island brings him down, Brian Tyson, and that'll call an end to the first half of play.
Sliders Pizza. To cure those hunger pains either before or after the game, stop at Sliders Pizza in Silvis. Sausage, taco, or chicken fajita are some of the favorites, along with our awesome Sliders bread. Dine in or carry out. 792-9100. Try our lunch buffet 11 to 1, 7 days a week. Tuesday evenings 5 to 7. Sliders Pizza, located at 637 First Street, Silvis. Open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Sliders Pizza. The Moline Community Center is now open. 1615 Fifth Avenue, Moline, Illinois. It's the new party place in the Quad Cities. So book your reservations now for that wedding, birthday, anniversary, or any other major family event that you would like to have at a hall. The Moline Community Center, the new party place in the Quad Cities. Once again at 1615 5th Avenue, Moline, Illinois. Make your reservations by calling 762-9135.
Family Ties Production is pleased to bring you the best in high school sports. To bring you these games, you can help us out in many ways. You can be a sponsor at a very affordable price. We will shoot a 30-second commercial, put it together with script from you for just $25. You can buy game tapes of any games we have done this year and some from the past 5 years for $14.95. We do team and personal calendars with pictures that you give us for a very reasonable price. If you have a personal tape that you want to combine, give us a call and we can combine VHS, Super VHS, 8mm and high 8mm tapes. Family Ties Production also tapes special events such as birthday parties, weddings, anniversaries, and any other special events. For your businesses, we are available for conferences and seminars in a multiple camera setup. Give us a call for details. We are also available games that your children may play in and give the same treatment we do right here on Channel 38. Taping on the games with also play-by-play. These are many ways for you to help us to continue bringing the best in high school sports.
For the best in high school sports, watch Channel 38.
Up to 1 hash mark.
Psyching them out for making them think it's an onside kick.
As they break up and now form the traditional line across the field as Polaris kicks a short one. Patrick Wren takes it at the 18-yard line. He's got a little bit of running room as he breaks to the outside, and he crosses the 30-yard line, crosses the 35-yard line, and is hit and tackled out of bounds by number 20 by Rock Island. That's Chad Tatey. And Moline on the heels of a nice run by Patrick Wren will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And keep in mind, that is the first time we've seen Rock Island kick the football off here tonight.
Yes.
As Jay Molina has the offense out there, 1st and 10 for the Maroons at their own 36-yard line. Just underway here, second half of play, along with Pete Ivanek, Mike Coquit. And Pete, here we go.
1st and 10 for the Maroons. Ball spotted at their own 35-yard line. Wishbone set for Molina. Molina under center will hand the ball off to the second back through. That's Steve Roberts. He's got a lot of running room off of left tackle. And, he twists and turns his way for a Moline first down. Rock Island had him stood up by number 81. Chad Friel, and also a big defensive lineman, number 77 for the Rocks, Hedrick Fleming, who is very slow to get up. It looks like he's a little foggy, a little groggy, as they're helping him back to the sideline.
And Fleming, Fleming is their third leading tackler for losses this season.
Very good defensive lineman. As he's trotting off to the sideline, he'll come off for at least a play. Moline picks up a first down on the first play from scrimmage of the second half, as they'll come out and switch to the Molina under center. They'll stay in the wishbone set. 1st and 10. Ball spotted at their own 47-yard line. Moline gives the same play the other side. Bobby Stroop. Stroop finds a nice gain of about 7 yards off of right tackle. So it's the same play to the other side, and that is a good sign for Moline getting off of the football and responding well.
They must have seen something in the first half that says that those areas are open, as again, it's Moline has picked up 12 yards on their first play, 7 yards here, so in 2 plays they picked up 19 yards.
2nd down and 4 for Moline. They'll stay in the wishbone double tight. Molina under center. This time he'll hand the ball off to Bobby Stroop. Bobby will pick up a gain of about 1 yard or 2 on the play. He'll be short of the first down. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. And Mike, last 2 years, Rock Island has done a great job in this football game at making halftime adjustments and coming out and winning the second half.
And what we've seen in the first half was Moline was set with a lot of 3rd and longs. Now this is something very makeable, a 3rd down and 2. This is what Moline wants to be in.
3rd and 2, actually probably 3rd and 3 might be the better call here. 3rd and 3, wishbone set, double tight end formation, Molina under center. He'll hand the ball off to Roberts. Roberts isn't going to get the first down. He picks up a gain, though, about a yard and a half on the play. It'll be 4th down and probably a little more than a yard.
Do you try doing it like you did in the first half and try to draw the defense off sides?
I think we're going to run a play. Nick Rainey will bring the play in from Coach McGuire.
And they're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it. 4th down and probably more than a yard.
At least a
ball spotted right at the Rock Island 45-yard line. Double tight end formation. They'll switch to the ace formation. As Molina under center, he looks like he's trying to draw him off sides, and a snap happened. Flags flew on the play before the snap happened. I'm not sure if Molina was expecting the football. Delay a game called against Moline, and they're going to have to punt the football now. It'll be 4th down and 6 for Moline. Well,
let's see which way the wind's blowing. Maybe that was by strategy to take the 5 yards. I can't see why, though, because the Rock Island return men are back at the 20-yard line.
Moline short a guy on the offensive line.
Back to receive, Justin Gibbs to the near side, to the far side. For the Rock Island Rocks is, well, getting it is Gibbs at the 25-yard line to the 30. That other guy back there was Ellery Stewart, but Rock Island's going to start off at their own 31-yard line. So here we go with Rock Island's first possession of the second half. See what kind of adjustments they made offensively.
Yeah, very important series for both teams. This series might be the biggest series so far of the ball game, as Moline needs to make a stop, similar to what Rock Island did on those that last series.
1st and 10 for the Rocks at their own 32-yard line. 9:15 left to go, 3rd quarter, no score. Long of Pete Ivanek on Mike Cookwood. Bryce Pilar under center, takes the snap, handoff, first man through.
No,
and
Pilar kept it himself.
Pilar did keep it himself, and he's going to lose some yards back inside. Well, looks like they're going to mark it down at the 30, so he loses 2 yards, 2nd down and 12 coming up.
Might have been a broken play. There wasn't any running backs out there, and I think Pilar wasn't expecting himself to have the football on that play. But he'll lose at least a yard on the play.
They mark it at the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 12 coming up. Ends in tight wishbone formation. Moline playing pretty decent defensively here. Hand off to the second man through. And on that carry for the Rock Island Rocks, let's see, Steve Burnett. Burnett goes off right tackle, gets to the 33-yard line, picks up 3 yards. Now it's going to set up 3rd and long and possibly a passing situation for the Rock Island Rocks. So 3rd down and 9.
Look for Gibbs. Look
coming
for Gibbs, yeah.
Gibbs has 1 catch tonight for 8 yards. Gibbs is split to the near side.
Steve McDowell's on Gibbs.
Changing the play at the line looks to be the quarterback Pilar. Single set back Pinnell. On 3rd down and 9. Back to pass is Pilar. Looks near side. He does. Fade pass. It's up for grabs. And it's intercepted by Brad at the 42-yard line. Down the near sideline. Across the 40. 30-yard line. Into the Rock Island territory. To the 25-yard line. A late penalty comes in. A late flag comes flying in. As Patrick Wren read that fade pass from the quarterback Pilar, and now let's see what the penalty is.
Yeah, Patrick was in the right place at the right time, and even if this does go against the Maroons, they're still sitting in good shape.
I think it's against Rock Island. They're talking to looks like Scott Rice.
But they could be explaining to Scott what the call was. Clipping called against Moline.
Block in the back, but that'll be from the spot of the foul.
So we should get the ball. Moline should get the ball at about the 45-yard line of Rock Island. If if the flag is where the spot of the foul actually is.
So that'll be a 15-yard walk-off. So still Moline with their best starting field position of the football game. If they mark, and that's where they're going to go from. So it's going to be at the 41-yard line that Moline has it in Rock Island territory, and it comes with 7:54 left to go. Patrick Wren, his sixth interception, leads the way for Moline this season in that category, 2 tonight.
Mr. Gibbs was the intended receiver on the play from Pilar. He was running a bench and go. And I think he started to slip on the play, Gibbs did, and Wren was in the right place at the right time. Moline will take over 1st and 10 at the Rock Island 41-yard line. Double tight formation, wishbone set, 1st and 10, Molina under center, scoreless ball game in the 3rd quarter. The counter play, Steve Roberts has plenty of running room as he busts it for a 1st down across the 25-yard line before he's tripped up on the play by Chad Tatey, the Rock Island safety. Plenty of running room on the counter play for Moline.
And we talked about it during one of the breaks here at halftime, Pete, and that is we're going to see if Moline has the heart that they've shown here the last 4 weeks of conference play here in the 2nd half.
1st and 10 for Moline. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line of Rock Island. Ace formation. Stroop in motion. He'll get the quick pitch as he is going to cut it up the middle. And he'll get stopped right before he gets to the line of scrimmage. The mistake Bobby made on that play was that he kept going north, north and south, and he didn't try and cut it up at any time. And that cost him about a yard or two on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
And a great game here tonight so far for Steve Roberts. 9 carries, 50 yards, and here in the 2nd half, 3 carries, 29 yards.
So 2nd down and 11. We're approaching the 7-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. No score here to jam-packed Browning Field. If you're not here, you're missing out. Wishbone set, 2nd down and long. Molina under center, long count. Hands the ball off on the counter play to Roberts, has plenty of running room, and he fumbles on the play. Rock Island looks like they might have recovered, and they did. So Roberts on the play looked like he had enough for a 1st down. He was hit and stood up, and somebody else came in and spun him around, and there's a Rock Island player writhing in pain on the field, grasping his knee. As
got his helmet off too already.
Already got his helmet off. He is in some serious pain out there as the trainers run out onto the field. Can't quite tell who it is, but actually now he's getting up. Maybe it was just some sort of a
like Jason
stinger.
Nunn.
Yeah, Jason Nunn. He is walking off the field. It looked like it could have been a lot more serious than that. So Rock Island, they dodge a big bullet on their own turnover. Moline turns the ball over, so 2 turnovers in the 3rd quarter. Those are our first turnovers.
And Crick Sandamore is talking to Steve Roberts right now. You know, we're at a 0-0 game. Don't let it get you down. Rock Island has it 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Ends in tight. Double wing formation. Handoff to the 1st man through, and that would be the fullback. That is Sedana. Sedana between the tackles across the 20 to about the 23-yard line, picks up 8. 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Good looking play from the fullback, Sedana. He's quite a workhorse. If he can get on a fullback dive up the middle, if he can get 8 yards of pop, and Rock Island's going to be in good shape here for the 2nd half. Moline's defense definitely has to step it up right here, right now.
2nd down and 2 for the Rocks at their own 23-yard line. Double wing again. Single setback is Sedana. Center is the quarterback Pilar. Blitz being shown by Wayne DeSmet between the tackles on the carry. Appears to be, looks like Sedana again. It is, and he picks up the Rock Island Rocks.
And
a 1st down.
Jim Hoot may be down on the play for Moline, or is that, I can't quite tell if that's Powell.
It looks like Chris Powell.
And he is on his side.
I tell you what, while we got him a second, let's take a quick break and we'll come back and see what the situation is there. From Browning Field, this is Moline football.
There wasn't an ambulance here.
No.
And the game was delayed about a half hour. So if there's one good thing about this is that the proper people are here, and you know, this has only been about a 10-minute delay here, as now we see a fire truck pulling up. But we'll get under here shortly. Certainly Chris Powell, one of the better defensive players for the Maroons, number 56. He is a senior, 5'7", 195 pounds. Guard and linebacker. He does play both ways. That's going to hurt Moline. He was a member of the 1999 Moline homecoming court.
And where's this breeze come from all at once here? As leaves fly onto the football field here. I believe our cold front is moving through and cooling our temperatures down, I think. But this wind, we've had a wind pickup all at once here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look at that flag.
Yeah.
It's waving straight toward from the southwest to the northeast.
Well, that picked up big time, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
And there was a little bit of wind to start the ball game, but certainly not this much wind.
So there goes the ambulance off the football field as they head toward the hospital.
Yeah.
And
It looked like a pretty serious injury from the start, and Chris is going to one of our local hospitals where he will be in better care. So we'll get started here with the ball game. Rock Island will have the ball at 1st and 10. So we'll see what happens now.
And as you see down here on the sideline, Alex Powell, kind of Chris's brother, is kind of shaken up. But all the players basically comforting him as we continue on now. It is 1st and 10 for Rock Island at their own 26-yard line. 6:14 left to go, third quarter. And there is a handoff, and that is to the second man through, Brad Pinnell. Pinnell between the tackles across the 30-yard line to about the 31, and he's going to pick up 5, 2nd down and 5 coming up.
Scott Rice is filling in for Mr. Powell at linebacker. And we'll see how Mr. Rice does at his linebacker position from here on out. It'll probably be that way for the rest of the season.
2nd and 5 for the Rocks at their own 32-yard line. Split backs. Handoff, first man through, and that is, let's see here. On that carry is Pinnell. Pinnell goes between the tackles across the 35-yard line. He looks like he picks up Rock Island another 1st down, and you talked about it, Pete. We could be seeing conditioning work into effect here as, again, Rock Island is picked up over a course of 4 plays, about 23 yards, 6 yards per play.
Sure.
So 1st down on that 7-yard gain for Pinnell. And now it's 1st and 10 for the Rocks at their own 38-yard line. Double wing, single set back Pinnell. Pilar the quarterback. Pilar handoffs to the fullback Pinnell. Between the tackles are going to give the Moline Maroons a little bit of Brad Pinnell as he gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line, and again he picks up 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Yep, Rock Island seems to have a little bit more steam in their engines right now than Moline, probably shaken up because of the injury to Chris Powell.
2nd down and 6 from the 42-yard line. Wing T formation, some motion along the backfield of Rock Island. There's going to be a flag on that play, so that we're not even going to say who's carrying the ball there because that's all for naught. Illegal motion against the Rock Island Rocks backs them up 5 yards to the 37-yard line. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 11.
Yes. Taking it back to me, 2nd and 10. Hey, we got a couple downs to play with here. Let's go.
So 2nd down and 11.
Well, I would look for a pass play coming here to Rock Island, probably looking for their tight end, Justin Gibbs, trying to create a big play. That's what this game has lacked so far, besides a couple of turnovers. Going to Moline and one going to Rock Island. That's the 3 biggest plays we've had all ball game, and the blocked field goal too.
Both times stopping scoring drives. From the 37-yard line on 2nd down and 11. And there's a handoff to the 2nd man through. And on that carry for the Rocks is again Brad Pinnell. And they may have gone to the well a little too often on that one as he gets to the 39-yard line, picks up just 2 yards.
3rd and about 8.
Big call coming here for Rock Island.
Ball's spotted at the 39-yard line.
We haven't seen an option yet tonight run by Rock Island. Maybe this is the time.
3rd and 9.
As it is.
There's the option, and it goes over to Gerard. Gerard along the far sideline does not pick up the 1st down, gets across the 40, maybe to the 41-yard line, picks up 2 yards on the play, and it's going to set up 4th down and about 7. So now Rock Island will have to send in his punting unit. So a gain of 2 on that play for Gerard, his 2nd carry of the night. And now to receive for the Moline Maroons, Nathan Lynn to the far side, Patrick Wren to the near side. Bryce Pilar, the quarterback, is also their punter. 3:59 left to go in the third quarter. There's a snap, high snap to Pilar. He gets it off though.
Good punt.
And Nathan Lynn will let the ball roll inside the 20 to the 15 to the 10, and it's marked down at the 9.
Bad play by Nathan Lynn.
3:49 left to go in the third quarter. Let's take a quick 30-second break from Browning Field. This is Moline football.
I'd like to announce the winner of tonight's 50-50 drawing.
You take it. Take it after the...
This is a yellow ticket. The winning number is 837-8492. 837-8492. The winner will receive $296 and to pick up the winnings at the East Promotion booth.
On the first play from scrimmage for the Maroons, a handoff goes to, looks like Steve Roberts, and he'll pick up a nice chunk of yardage. He looks to be fairly close to the first down marker. Simple lead play off of tackle following his 2 running back blockers. Steve Roberts proving to be the effective running back tonight for the Maroons. He'll come up just shy of the first down marker. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for Moline.
11 carries, 69 yards here for the game for Steve Roberts.
3 minutes, 20 seconds and counting in the third quarter. A scoreless game. Moline and Rock Island, the big one. Counterplay to Bob Stroop. That was snuffed out rather nicely by Rock Island, and Bobby will lose a couple of yards on the play. Rock Island just too quick on the backside counter play.
And again, he may have lost yardage on that play, but it's nice to be 3rd and short than to be 3rd and long, especially where the football's at right now.
3rd down, looks like they lose a foot or 2. 3rd down and a long one, call it 2 yards. Big play for Moline, desperately needing to convert a first down to keep the drive alive from their own 15-yard line. Wishbone set, Molina under center, Rock Island blitzing on the play. The handoff goes to Jay McAdams Thornton, and it looks like he'll plunge forward enough for a first down for Moline as he crosses the 20-yard line.
I think what we're seeing right now to the Moline Maroon offense and Coach Dan McGuire is shortening the game up right now, especially with your defense. You do not want your defense wearing down.
As Coach McGuire on the sidelines tonight yelling in instructions to his offensive unit. Joel Reiser up in the press box calling the plays to Crick Santamar on the sidelines. Santamar gives it to an end. And we have a ace formation. Roberts in motion. Big hole for Brad Hines. Hines picks up close to a first down. A gain of, we'll see where the ref spotted, across the 30-yard line. And it's another Moline first down. Good looking play for Moline. Simple 16 read 15 read right off of Big Jim Wentz, the senior lineman, playing in his last Western Big Six game, trying to make the most of it. Rock Island, 6-man down front, switches to a 5-2, ace formation for the Maroons. 1st and 10 as Molina hands the ball off to Brad Hines. Hines across right tackle, picks up a gain of about 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8 coming for Moline.
As we have a minute 45 left to go in this scoreless football game, along with Pete Ivanek, I'm Mike Coquick. AM 1230 WLLR bringing you Moline High School football. Again, we're only 3rd quarter as this game kind of got off to a late start. We've had a few delays here and there. It is homecoming night. And now here comes Jay Molina on this 2nd down and about 8-yard play.
2nd down. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line of Moline. The handoff will go to, I couldn't tell who that was. Maybe Steve Roberts on the play. It was Steve Roberts. Roberts picks up a gain of 2 or 3 yards on the play. 3rd down and 5 coming for Moline. Very important call. I don't think Moline is, have they passed the ball yet?
Not in the second half.
Not in the second half. Nick Rainey checks into the ball game. Rock Island looking like it'll stay in a 5-2 defense. And Moline will go to the ace formation. 3rd down and 5. Powell in motion. Molina back to pass. Play is flagged dead, as it looked like Moline might have either been offsides in their alignment or jumped offsides. A legal procedure called against Moline. I think Jim Wentz might have been the culprit, and that'll push Moline back a big 5 yards. That'll set up a 3rd down and 10.
That's
quite a difference from 3rd and
Yeah,
5.
that's what we talked about in the first half, is that Moline was looking at a lot of 3rd and longs. They were avoiding that here in the second half up until now.
3rd down and 10 for the Maroons. Ball spotted at their own 33-yard line.
And
Molina,
like I say, in a scoreless game, 5 yards is 5 yards.
Molina breaks him out of center, pro formation. 2 receivers split out on the play. Molina drops back to pass, the screen pass. Steve Roberts catches it, has a couple of blockers as he will cross the 40-yard line. Come up about 3 yards shy of the first down marker. The Maroons will be forced to punt it away to Rock Island again. We're in the 3rd quarter, and that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
They're gonna take it and run it out.
As it'll be 4th down and 2 for Moline.
Clock is going to run out.
And the clock will run out 1 second.
So we've completed 3 quarters and we're still scoreless. The Moline Maroons 0 and the Rock Island Rock 0 coming back 4th and a decisive 4th quarter. We'll have to wait and see. Along with Pete Ivanek, I'm Mike Coquit from Browning Field. This is Moline football.
Sliders Pizza. To cure those hunger pains either before or after the game, stop at Sliders Pizza in Silvis. Sausage, taco, or chicken fajita are some of the favorites, along with our awesome Sliders bread. Dine in or carry out. 792-9100. Try our lunch buffet 11 to 1, 7 days a week. Tuesday evenings 5 to 7. Sliders Pizza, located at 637 First Street, Silvis. Open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Sliders Pizza. The Moline Community Center is now open. 1615 Fifth Avenue, Moline, Illinois. It's the new party place in the Quad Cities. So book your reservations now for that wedding, birthday, anniversary, or any other major family event that you would like to have at a hall. The Moline Community Center, the new party place in the Quad Cities. Once again, at 1615 Fifth Avenue, Moline, Illinois. Make your reservations by calling 762-9135.
From his own 27-yard line. 2 receivers back deep for Rock Island as Burris takes the snap. He's got some wind behind his back. It's not a very good punt. As it's fumbled on the play by number 42. And he's still on his feet, and he's wrestled down at about the 42-yard line. Ellery broke through on that last tackle. And as we were saying, this is going to come down to probably one play here or there to make the difference of this ball game, as Rock Island will take over 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
Along with Pete Ivanek, I'm Mike Coquit, and interesting to note, not one passing play by either team there in that 3rd quarter of play.
We might be playing for overtime.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line for the Rocks in their own territory. Stoppage of play here by the referees. Now we're ready to go. Wing, high formation, wing to the far side. There's a handoff, first man through, that's the fullback. As he goes between the tackles to about the 45-yard line. On that carry for the Rocks is Sedana, and he picks up 4 yards to the 45-yard line. 2nd down and 6. Coming up. Moline has 140 yards on the ground through 3 quarters. Rock Island 113. 2nd down and 6 from the 45. Handoff, second man through between the tackles is Brad Pinnell. Pinnell gets very close to midfield.
Well, you kind of start to feel that the Rock Island's offense after those 2 plays might be picking up some momentum. And now would be a great time if they did. Definitely a score now would really make this game difficult for Moline to win.
A makeable 3rd down and about a yard to go from midfield. Double wing, single setback.
All depends on where they mark. I don't think he did. With that mark, I'm not sure that he did. No.
That's no gain, actually, right there.
Yeah. Moline was blitzing on the play with linebackers plus Nathan Lynn, and that's 4th down I would go for it here if I was Rock Island. This is forward, one.
At least try to draw Moline offside.
Yeah, I think they should just run it up the middle. I think.
Here we go. 4th down and 1 from the field. Wing inside, single setback. Second effort. Looks like Maroons have the Rocks do have first down.
Look where unless the referee is spotting it in a bad place, but I think he still might have got it.
Just to be safe, they're going to measure, I think. I think he's got it from this vantage point.
It looks like he's got it, definitely. Good play by faking the first back through and giving the ball to the second back.
That was Brad Pinnell on the carry. And first down, 49 yards, gain of a yard there. So that gets drive moving. And again, both these teams have had opportunities to score each time. Either we've had a blocked field goal or there's been a turnover of some sort. As we have 10 minutes to go, just over 10 minutes to go in the game, scoreless here from Brown Field. Under center is the quarterback Pilar. Double wing, single setback, handoff to the first man through. That's the fullback, and that is Pinnell as he gets inside the 45-yard line, the 43, and he picks up 6 yards, second down and 4 coming up.
And what we're seeing now is Rock Island's offensive line, the 5 seniors, taking over, and that's really what they have to do to win this football game. This game is going to be won by their line if they can do it.
2nd and 5 for the Rocks at the Moline 44-yard line. I formation, wing to the far side. It's in tight. In motion to the near side is Gerard. Hand off, first man through, and let's see here, who has it?
No, second down. Third down.
It'll be 3rd down, and making the grab for the Rock Island Rocks was Jared McMurray.
Looked like a fumble though, because
it was. Yeah.
it was a fumble, but big play for Rock Island recovering it. But if the running back would have held on to the ball, he probably would have been pretty close to that first down.
Now 3rd down and about 4 yards to go from the 43-yard line of Moline. Ends in tight, double wing, single setback. Right far, 8:58 to go. Clock running in the scoreless game. And they're trying to draw Moline offside. There's a handoff, and that is to Pinnell. Second effort is going to get him the first down inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. They got him stood up outside the 40.
Definitely missed tackle by Dan Burris in the backfield. And they're going to...
well, let's see where they're going to spot that football at, though.
They're going to the ball was spotted about a yard away from the yard markers, and they're not sure if he got the first down. His knee must have touched the ground, or he stepped out of bounds. And he doesn't have the first down. Of course, this is 4th down territory, but...
Just tell him to follow Fergie's butt.
I think we're going to see here as we can kind of hear him.
Double wing.
Yeah, the Rock Island coaches are here in our booth. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a quarterback. We haven't seen a quarterback sneak tonight, so this might be a good time for it.
8:40 left to go in the game. We are scoring. And the top is going to come to one play here.
And if it's close, it's going to come down to a referee spot.
And if you like defense, long for 7 to go here. Here we go. 4th down and 1 from the 40-yard line, just outside the 39. Double wing, single setback, pull intercept. Take the snap, he wedges in, and
He got
down as he goes just off to the left of his center, and it will be a Rock Island Rock first down.
He was hitting the knee, and that would get him the first down. Nice job. Definitely could tell what was coming. He was under center looking around, looking for a space to go. It's pretty much his decision if he wants to go straight, left, or right. And he looked like he decided to go the left side of the center.
Yep.
On that play.
1st and 10 for the Rocks at the 39-yard line.
Look for a pass play. One of these plays, I guarantee you, Bob's going to air it out.
Ends in tight wing, and double wing, single setback, and that setback was Pinnell. He goes between the tackles on 1st and 10, picks up about a yard, maybe a half yard to the 38-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd and 9. But we have an exciting finish here again for you. It's been that way all season long for the Maroons.
And we have a big crowd out here tonight, but a crowd so far. Really haven't had anything to cheer about.
They're just anticipating that one big play taking place. Second and 9 from the 38-yard line from Moline. And back to pass. It's got the 45-yard line to the 47. One to on the sack, and that's going to be a loss of about 10 yards.
Maybe so far the big play second half, but certainly Gibbs was running a flag pattern. He was going down the hash mark, and he was going to turn it in to the near goal line yard marker on the flag pattern, and he was going to be open up the play, but Paylor just couldn't get time to set up.
Receivers right, left, double wing, single set, on third down, 18 from the 47. Hey, it's going to be Rock get the football back inside the Moline, or actually Rock Island territory.
Punt it.
Moline, or actually Rock Island territory.
Punt it.
Would have been a great call for Rock Island. They caught Moline off guard. They were trying a little play, looked like a Statue of Liberty play where a running back stays in the spot. The quarterback turns behind him and kind of goofy like hands the ball. And he would have been gone for at least 10, 15, 20 yards because there was no one.
Though, and Slater, Travis Slater made the recovery for the Moline, or for the Rock Island Rocks to this game at that. And back to Pilar, back to receive Rent and Lynn. There's the snap to Pilar. He punts it rather. A high punt. Patrick picks up at the 25-yard line, side across the 30, and he's going to be tackled at the 31-yard line. Making the tackle for the Rock Island Rocks was Andy Rockwell. But here comes the Moline Maroons. Let's keep in mind, one timeout here already in the second half, so they have 2 timeouts remaining. And again, 6 to go. Pete Ivanek, let's see if Moline can get something done here offensively.
We spotted at the Moline 31-yard line to the near hash mark. Molina and his offensive crew.
What happened?
Back for one shot. First and 10. They bring the ball. With formation, double tight end. Molina under center, barking out the signals. He'll hand the ball off on the counter play to Steve Roberts. And nothing absolutely popping. To lose a yard on the play. 11 for the
tackle, I believe. I don't know if it came around.
So now Moline could be setting themselves up a situation against something they don't want.
Not the time to have happen on first down. Ace for the Maroons. Second 12, we'll call it. Molina under center. This time he'll keep it in second, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield, trying to run an option.
And right now, the line for Rock Island starts to overwhelm the offensive line for Moline.
And this is where defensive comes into play. We've seen it a couple times tonight. Rock Island might be the quick team in the area, maybe even the state of Illinois.
And now neither team is yet to put the ball in the air. Rock Island attempted to, but their quarterback sacked here in the second half of play.
Scott Rice, Steve Rice, side of the field. Bob Group, backfield for Molina will, and he's going to wing it up on the mark. Scott Rice, he's going to make the catch. Oh, great catch by Scott Rice. Apparently he was inbounds. He fought off 2 defenders with the lead for the ball. Great catch. Ball behind the Rock Island 46-yard line. Oh, wow. 28-yard pass reception. The big senior and Scott Rice.
And that Rock Island had the advantage to go around full field with the tall receivers.
Wow. Scott Rice missed the first 3 or 4 games of the season, had a case of mono. The third came back at small roles in each of Molline's wins. He's been in double tight end formation. Quick pitch, Steve Roberts in the backfield. Absolutely positive. Nothing going. Offensive getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. Kevin Gordon not happy at all. And he's got a young offensive line. They're going to get better as time goes on. But no, Rock Island is just happy their way the last few running plays.
Especially here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. not have football clock is running forward and counting on the scoreboard. 0-0 game here at Brownfield. Molina drops back to pass. And he's throws right on a deep slant. Nice slip. The ball thrown. It's going to be 3rd down and 15. Looks like Molina was too deep on the lay across the middle, but right linebacker saw it come.
And I'm going to say for Moline, we're talking about their lack of running in the fourth quarter, a minus 9 yards on the ground here.
Yeah. Simply not going to cut. It's 3rd down and 15. Passing set.
We'll see exactly what they run. As Molina drops back to pass, he's going to flip it out. That ball's going to be picked off.
Probably should have been. Ellery Stewart came from Steve Roberts. Molina hung it up in the air. It'll be 4th down. Moline has to punt away to Rock Island. Burris into punt for the Maroons. James almost made a call mistake on a badly thrown ball. Ellery Stewart had his hands, but just couldn't come up with the interception. As will drop back to receive the punt. Burris, it's a kick, not a very good one, and it's going to take Rock Island out about the 29-yard line of Rock Island, and that's where they'll
Spread, let's run.
say 40 seconds to play. Ball game. It's been a high defensive battle thus far. No score. Moline did have a field goal block in the second quarter. Other than that, what did have a halfback option pass from the 25-yard line that was intercepted in the end zone. Those two plays, not much happening as far as scoring goes here in this ball game. Mike?
First and from the 20-yard line for Rock in their own territory. Receiver split left, double. First man through, and that is Sedana. Sedana gets across the 42-yard line and picks up the Rocks a first down running, 3.5 to go.
So now it comes down to Moline's defense. Rock Island's defense did what they were supposed to, held Moline after the big pass play from Molina to Rice. We'll see if Moline can step up.
First and 10 for the Rocks at their own 42-yard line. Receivers right, double wing, single setback. Pull quarterback, hand off, first man through, between the tackles, still going across into territory, across the 50-yard line, 45 is Dania, and right now Rock Island is firing all cylinders.
Yeah, a lot of excitement on the side. All 11 guys certainly pumping up. Rock Island, 2 run plays that have got a nice first down. So again, Moline's defense maybe a too right now.
Daniel to carry on this drop, 27 yards from the 40 line up. Right there. Double wing. And now handoff into Sedania as he goes off left gut. He gets close to the 40-yard line, going to pick up about 4 yards. 2nd down and 6.
Simple trap up the Sedania. Moline was able to fit out, gained about 3 yards on the play. So 2nd and 7 or 8 for Rock Island.
And right, Rock Island knows more in depth. They're going ahead, doing like a quick at the line. 2nd down from the yard. Right, take he himself. Canal is going to come. The Rock Island Rocks a first down.
Yeah.
30 yards to the 29.
Steve McDowell missed a tackle that would have held at the scrimmage. First down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 33.
Move it. Momentum. This most momentum ball game has seen so far, Mike.
Stop them right now as the ball down 31-yard line. That was a pickup of 9 yards and a down on that play.
25.
And going first and from the 30-yard line. Clock is about to start running. Actually, 2:12 left to go in the game. Double back. The only stop Rock Island right now would be the clock. From the 30, pull up, hand off, and that's to the fullback. Sedane between the tackles across the 25, inside the 20 to the 8-yard line.
Just on the play, and then wide some open space.
Anything crazy. They're going to call a timeout. Hey, what about putting Brad in? And under the 32, put Brad in a fullback or a 32.
Defensive unit as everybody here in field on their feet. Spear tonight.
And keep it. That is the second timeout used here on the second play.
Leg. And it's not always the.
Okay. Right now we have. If they would attempt a field goal now, you're probably talking a
for chop, just kind of
30-yard field goal from the spot where they're at right now. But there's still time plenty left as there's 2:07 to go in the game. And Rock Island has 1st and 10. So here we go. Do have it. Pilar. And he hands up. And getting very to the on that carry was Pinnell. They're going to mark it down at the 17, so he picks up 2, 2nd and 8 coming up. About the 13-yard line. He picks up 4 yards. Now going to set up 3rd down and about 4.
We'll see what happens.
From the 13-yard line on 3rd down and 4. Receivers right and left. Handoff, and going off left tackle guard is the tailback.
So,
down. Rock Island would have
the final score from the UT game tonight. 8-7 last. Reminds you of the last 3 games we played Allman and Gales, but it's too bad the one team had to lose.
Yep.
And I think Bryce Pilar was
They're going to go. Let's see. No. Okay, Justin Peterson. Watch the fake, though.
30-yard field goal. The snap is up, the kick is up.
Okay, what do you do now?
Playoff game, and that game, of course, was like, I think it was 35.
Not the same way. He pushed it wide right. It didn't look good from the start, and of course, Peters has probably never been in that situation before, and it's a tough situation to be in. I've been in that situation before. It's extremely tough to have the team's conference hopes on your shoulders.
See here what the really good. While we do run this play, we'll kind of talk about the overtime procedures here in Moline high school football. But it looks like
Spread formation for Moline. It looks like they might try and do something here.
Well, I don't know.
And Molina drops back. Oh, he's just going to hand it off to Brad Hines up the middle, and that'll be it for the ball game. And we'll wind up in regulation 0-0. We're going to overtime.
We'll keep it right here as it gives a chance to talk about the procedures used. Well, let's see here. Okay, now they're going to let the clock run out.
Yeah.
And again, we're at 0-0.
Oh, no. Well, I think they.
Okay, they didn't want to get the delay of game penalty. Let's talk about the procedures here. What we'll do is if you win the coin toss, you want to defer.
You want to go on defense first.
Right, so you let your opponent, and what they'll do is spot the football down at the 10-yard line, and that team will get 4 tries to get the ball in the end zone, or if they don't get it on the third try, they can kick a field goal, but you really don't want to do that because,
Basically, what you get is a first and 10.
Yeah.
Basically, what you get is a first and 10 from the 10-yard line. You want to score a touchdown, obviously, but you can kick a field goal. So it all depends now on the coin toss.
Right, and what you want to do, like I said, you want to win. If you want to win the coin toss and start on defense, that way, by the time that your opposition is done with the ball, you know where you're sitting at. You know what you have to do. You know if you have to go for a field goal. You know if you have to go for a touchdown, or if you need to have an extra point or a 2-point conversion. It's nice to be on defense first, so you know where you stand, what you need.
Sure. As McGuire's still out on the field with his offensive unit, I can't imagine that he would want to.
Now, I want to ask, you're a former kicker. I want to ask you about this. The wind is blowing. Now, they can choose sides where they want to run their overtime at.
I think the referees choose sides. It doesn't really matter. We want to make sure that, we get the call second.
Trips formation to the right side of the field, the left side.
I don't see a play being run, though.
And Molina drops back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He wings it out. Ooh, long ball. That's going to be incomplete. And the clock is hit 0. And we are out of regulation time. Well, Molina threw that thing a good 60 yards.
Yeah.
So we'll see exactly what happens.
We're gonna keep it right here. We are gonna keep it right here and get set to bring you the overtime. And again, they're gonna have the coin toss at the middle of the field to bring the captains out. Moline did win the opening coin toss, so let's see if luck prevails again.
They're going to put, I can't remember how many seconds or how much time they actually put on the clock.
Now I know in college football, when the team that does not win the toss does have gets to choose what end of the football field they want to play the overtime in, and both teams have to play in that same area.
Okay, I think we got.
So
there's 3 minutes here. We'll have a 3-minute break.
Okay, we're going to keep it right here. Nobody's left.
No.
And if you have, well, we're glad to have you along in your car radios and listening to the game. But
stay tuned also for Bat River Brewery post-game show.
Yeah, and this reminds me, the last time overtime game Moline had was 1995 over at Almquist Field. It was week number 7. It was for the conference title as well between the Moline Maroons and Alleman Pioneers. Moline went into that game with a record of. If they've only given up 7 points, this overtime still plays into that conference's playoff spot.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you give up a touchdown, well, actually no. Because again, UT's given up 47 points, and as of right now, unless we go into double overtime, neither one of these teams are going to give up. Moline's not going to be able to give up more than 11 points, so unless it goes double overtime. So again, this overtime is going to pretty much decide the conference's automatic berth. And again, there's no doubt. Yeah, Dan knows it's going to take a miracle now for Rock Island to get that our conference's automatic playoff spot. But Dan wants the outright conference title.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just.
It would be fitting. A lot of people had ridden Moline off into the season, even more so, and during opening day practices because of physical ailments. As we're having the coin toss at the 50-yard line right now, Moline's captain's out there. Looks like Bryce Taylor's out there for Rock Island.
Maybe even the inside.
Patrick Wren.
And the toss goes to, it looks like...
Rock Island has one.
Toss. And...
See, now they're going to talk to Moline and ask them which side do you guys want to play this overtime.
Okay, maybe they are doing that.
And with the wind, does it really matter?
It's probably not coming from the 10-yard.
Okay. And that's what they're talking to right now. They're conferring with Dan McGuire which side you guys want to play this game, this overtime in.
And we're going to go we're going to go to the scoreboard end.
The west end.
You have that seam right there.
And that's 33 away from us.
The west end, that's where they're going to go. And you talked about Moline's scrappiness. In conference play this season, they're 4-0, but yet they've been outgained 953 yards to 896. How many 4-0 teams are you going to see that has been outgained by a total of 57 yards? It doesn't happen very often, but now this conference is on the line in overtime.
Oh, what a ball.
So I'll go ahead and call this offensive series for the Moline Maroons. And
shoot.
And what? Okay, what?
Well, let's
talk to Coach Pete Ivanek right now. If Moline scores a touchdown here, you go for the 1 or you go for the 2?
You go for it.
Okay.
No doubt about that.
Okay.
If you have you give Rock Island the decision. If they score first, and they would have to score a touchdown, which I don't think Rock Island's going to have too much of a problem. Just judging by what the fullback does for him, I really don't see him having too much of a problem scoring a touchdown.
I wonder if the M-men being down on this end has anything to do with playing this overtime down here. You know?
Crowd has been pretty quiet tonight, so
Well,
maybe now they can help the offense out.
and you don't want to turn it over. One thing you do not want to do if you're the Moline Maroons, you do not want to turn that football over. Or they can basically call the shot for 3 or 4 plays.
Spotted wishbone set formation. Molina hands the ball off to Nathan Lynn, I believe. He goes off left tackle for a minimal gain.
And that's Lynn's first carry of the game.
Nothing doing on the first down. It'll be second down.
Well, looks like he may have got
Second down and maybe 8 for Moline. It's tough to see the scoreboard from this angle. Everyone is standing up. Okay, gain 3 yards. Second down and 7 for Moline. Wishbone set. Once again, they'll move to the ace formation. That's the double wing set. Brad Hunt, the lone fullback. Nathan Lynn in motion. He'll get the quick pitch. And he almost breaks 3. He gets down to about the 4-yard line. Boy, he had some running room, but Rock Island's quick defensive back just plugged it up. And here comes the play of the game for Moline. Third down and probably 4. What do you do? Do you pass the ball?
the first 2 carries of the football game.
If you don't make it to the end zone, you go for it on 4th down. As Wishbone set for Moline, look for Scott Rice in and out pattern. Moline drops back to pass. He looks for Rice. He locks it out there. And it's batted out of play. Great play, but it looked like the number 20. Well, yeah, number 20, Chad Tatey makes a great play to block the pass away. As I think if Molina just would have thrown it outside a couple more yards, Rice would have had it. And Molina will stay on the field. Nathan Lynn will have to try a field goal attempt. And this is an awful tough field goal attempt for Nathan. It'll be a 22-yard attempt. He's kicking left to right. And Rock Island's going to use a timeout.
Rice, the field goal kicker, as that wind is swirling. Look at that flag.
Yeah.
To know which direction to go in.
And just the play I called.
He really does a nice job.
5-0, that's the Maroons record. 6-0 across on defense in the Red Rocks. Going right to left, second back through. Look at that hole in Maroons, about an 8-yard pickup. And it was Josh Lovegren rotating in. He gets the call.
John Holland on the tackle. Nice tackle by John Holland, but I tell you what, if you're Rock Island, you don't want John making all the tackles. Big hole on right side, Dan.
That's about a 7-8 yard pickup. They'll spot it, call it 2nd and 3. Across the 30, near the 25. Nice opening drive for Moline.
Wind at Moline's back, but I don't think they're going to pass.
Now, as I
First
said,
down
there
yardage.
you go, way to blast forward. Aaron Arms. Not quite as impressive. The Rocks come in, everybody's averaging 6 yards a carry. Moline, much more basic. Arms just averaging about 4 yards a carry. Best 4 yards a carry. The big guy Beard's going about 6 to fullback. But I'll tell you what, you add him up, 6'4". We got a first down and 2 carries right there.
That's right. And Jason Bader on the tackle for Rock Island this time. And you know, if you look at both teams, they're pretty even. Moline with one less game this year, but in terms of overall yardage, they're pretty even.
1st and 10. Inside the 25. It's Lofgren again. He breaks. Ooh, I thought he slid that tickle with the stiff arm, but a nice tackle by the linebacker.
Phil Rockwell, number 57. Phil did a nice job. Came up and grabbed a leg and held on.
So Lofgren trots out. He's rotating in, as I said, with Best in Arms kind of running into plays. Beard will stay home at fullback.
What McGuire is about, he could be in the game today.
You can see it. Dan's about 15 yards on the field. Talking to his team, he walks back off. Moline comes up to the ball. Only about a yard pickup on that, 2nd and long. And they give to the big fullback Beard. He's spinning and diving forward. 6'1", 175. He came in as a quarterback, but boy, did he find a position.
Tyler O'Donnell on the tackle. Tyler's 5'8", 145 pounds, probably the smallest guy on the field. Big tackle though that time.
Bring up 3rd and 2. And look who runs in for the Rocks. Doug and the big boy. They're going to stuff him up the middle.
You think there's any secret here?
77. What's he
Number 77 is Jason Mader, 6'3", 300 pounds.
3rd and 2, the Maroons. There
First down.
And he's got it more. Lofgren out of bounds inside the 10. Lofgren off that right tackle. Piper just buried the big boy, if you saw it, as the play tailed away. You mentioned watch out for him. There's a reason he's going Division I.
J.J. Tubbs on the tackle, and probably a touchdown-saving tackle. It's going to be first down and goal for the Maroons.
Help my memory, Doug, and we'll thank the Argus Dispatch for a lot of our information. Is it Mizzou? Is that where Piper's going?
Yeah, headed to Missouri, and he headed to Missouri because he wants to play linebacker. Missouri said you can play linebacker for us.
I'll tell you what, he can play center for a lot of schools. Look at how tight that formation is. They go back to it. The fullback dive, they get a couple. It's 1st and goal from the 6. They'll move it up to 2nd and goal from the 4, it looks like, where they spotted.
Kind of ran into a wall of rocks that time.
Do you see how tight the formations are? And I'm not just talking walked up linebackers and DBs. When they come out of the huddle, you'll see on the left of the screen, the Rock defense, they're pinched in too. So if they were to have the quarterback, Finch, maybe pull the ball, hey, you know, like you see bootlegs work on goal line, this would be a nice situation for it.
Yeah, something outside, and I tell you what, it worked is a pass, and the Maroons can pass the ball.
Well, Finch is the quarterback, he's under center. There you see, look at how tight it is, all this room on the left side. And they tried Lofgren again, nothing doing.
Brought down by number 57, Phil Rockwell.
Number 68, Matt Sargent.
At tackle for Galesburg, number 68, Matt Sargent.
John O'Hearn.
John O'Hearn, number 62 for Alleman.
Galesburg, number 79.
Tackle for Galesburg.
Cochran. At guard for
That's 79.
Kristen
Ross
Franklin.
Martin.
Ross Martin, number 53 for the Alleman Pioneers.
Jamie Robinson, number 50 at end.
Mike DeBoer.
Mike DeBoer, big night Mike DeBoer, number 78 for Alleman.
Paul McQuillan.
Paul McQuillan, number 49 for Galesburg.
Andy Koski starts for Alleman.
62, Brian Boyd.
Brian Boyd, number 62 for Galesburg, a linebacker.
At tight end for the Pioneers, number 85 is Jeff Lawrence.
Brian Ritchie.
Brian Ritchie.
At tight end, number 90, Chris Edwards.
Chris Edwards, number 90 for Alleman.
Number 15, Chad Pennington.
Chad Pennington, number 15 at defensive back.
Brian
Brian Keller is number 87 starting for Alleman.
Number 22.
Number 22.
Hodges.
Hodges.
At fullback. Number
Defensive back.
23. Corey Krager.
Corey Krager, number 23, starts at fullback.
Number 34. Brent Turner.
Brent
At tailback. Number 22. David Taylor.
David Taylor, number 22, will start at tailback.
Sean Hickey.
Sean
And at quarterback, number 9, Tom DeUlio.
And Tom DeUlio, number 9, will be a quarterback for the Alleman Pioneers.
Have a record of 1-5 and 0-3 in the
Bill Allison's the coach over there at Galesburg.
Alleman by Dana Just.
Dana Just.
1 and 3-0 in the Western Big Six.
Oh, and Alleman.
Hey, we're ready to get underway.
Let's get underway here. We'll
Yes.
get those starting lineups as we get into it there.
Yeah, we'll try to sort them out here.
You bet. You bet. Well, Alleman is going to kick off, so let's go down here.
Let's go down here.
How about
Watch the
walking on the
receive.
track? Can we keep those big guys out of there long enough to kick that ball? And they were both going to be in the 30-yard
That's right.
category
That's
on
right.
field goal. Whoa, script kick. The kicker fell down, but nice job out there.
Well, we had certainly had an onside kick coming, but or not an onside kick. I got the wrong team in mind here.
Corey DePorter that time recovered that one. He just flat out slipped and fell.
Yeah, he did. That's what I was thinking
and
about.
he's kind of embarrassed himself. He tried to hide out there a little bit, but they may run that back 2 or 3 times. You know, because at this point in the film on tomorrow morning or Sunday or whenever they look at their film with their kids, they'll now be ahead 19-6, and maybe they'll breathe a little easier and take a little time to laugh at that particular kickoff.
I think that'll be a big laugh for them.
Deep prevent defense now by Moline. Alleman, 46 seconds to go. Lair back to throw. Looks for the flat. Makes the throw. Ledbetter's there. Makes a nice defensive play.
Yeah, good defensive play over there.
Ekstrom at that time, the receiver. But boy, Ledbetter was pretty tough play in it.
He was, and he looks like he really has some range there. Ledbetter, 6'3". I was going to say he just looks tall out there.
Right.
He really looks taller than 6'3".
Now Moline's getting a couple extra kids in the ball game out here and trying to pick out a number or two for you. Number 52 is in the ball game. Jim Errol, he's a senior. He's playing as a outside linebacker kind of guy. They got 3 deep, clear back around the 50-yard line. Going deep down the middle there this time. That could be picked off.
And it was.
Nope. They're going to call it on the ground. Incomplete.
Okay. Referee was,
he was right
2
there.
yards from the play.
Moline's got
Looked like a good catch.
Andy Ryan, we talked about him earlier. Number 23 is in there in the defensive secondary. Gets in this prevent package. Number 34 is coming in the ball game. That's Mark McGough, McGough. He's a junior. 35 seconds to go now. And it's 3rd down and 10. Oh, Moline's had to work hard. They've been challenged to extreme tonight.
I'm sure they'll have a lot of respect for that.
You bet. Oh, look out. There's a good run. Adam Keeley to midfield and across midfield in the 1st down. Well, if you can't throw it deep against